A dawn raid in North London. Officers suspect this property is being rented out with illegal levels of overcrowding, but nothing could have prepared them for this.
Got a warrant.
Hello mate, you alright?
Thank you.
Police officers, you well?
17 men crammed into a 3-bedroom house.
Have you got an ID, please, sir?
Okay, so we've got 4 at 6.
Exploited by a landlord who's pocketing £3,000 a month in exchange for housing them in squalor.
We've got young guys living 4, 5 to a room, paying extortionate amount of rent to a landlord that we don't actually know yet. We've found serious disrepair, lacking amenities, no heating, faulty electrics, some real serious hazards.
It's a story that's being repeated across the country, caused by high rents and a housing shortage of crisis proportions. Sandrine has seen the worst of it.
At some point, the bath from the guy upstairs, the bath water was leaking into above my stove, where the cooker, and the whole cooker area was full of like mold and spores. It was disgusting.
She says one housing charity described her home as the worst they had ever seen.
And I just had to sleep in the kitchen because there was no carpet there. And I ended up sleeping on chairs for like 3 or 4 years and falling over like every so often. And even then, the chairs, the kitchen was still infested with mice and with fleas, but less than because of no carpet, less than the bedroom. And I also had no toilet for 3 years.
How did you manage going to the toilet?
Well, I had to go to Asda and to the library.
Some are warning conditions in private rental accommodation are so bad they're reminiscent of the old slums, as captured by this photographer in the 1960s. The private rental sector has England's highest proportion of poor housing, with figures showing 1/3 of privately rented homes are below the government's decent home standard. 1 in 6, or 740,000 homes, are physically unsafe, with severe hazards including damp, cold, rodent infestation and the risk of falls and injury. Rogue landlords are estimated to be receiving £5.6 billion a year for renting out unsafe homes.
With rents very high and the insecurity of the private rented sector, there's really nowhere else to go. There aren't options for people, so they are stuck where they are. And we need to build many more affordable homes so that people do have options and they do have other places to live.
The private rental sector is often portrayed as an attractive lifestyle option. But in reality, more and more low-income families and vulnerable people are now being forced into it. And these houses may look perfectly normal from the outside, but inside, conditions are often quite the reverse.
The government says its recent housing bill will improve things, with a new blacklist and tougher powers to ban rogue landlords. But with people renting properties like this because it's all they can afford, no one is offering a solution as to where they will go. Afua Hirsch, Sky News.